All right, we'll put that back. Good morning. So I'm late. The coffee's bad. I'm a little sunburnt. Good morning, Family Roots. So let's talk about the coffee. Good morning. Okay, so 7-ish kind of rolled into 8-ish today. We didn't pull in the house till 9:30 last night. So I rolled out of bed. How's the water park? Awesome. It was so nice. Okay, so we went to Aquatica. Wow, you guys are like lining up. 8 o'clock's your time, isn't it? Let's see. Good morning, House of Family. Family Roots Farm. Good morning, House of Littles. Good morning at Creating Essence. Good morning, A Common Life. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Poppy. Good morning, Pint Size Cutie. Bad coffee is horrible, an insult to those who need coffee. I am feeling quite insulted. Good morning, Wheat Tree. All right, so we did get in it last night, so I'll tell you about the water park. But the coffee, this is what went down. I think my husband is out against me. So we use a percolator. I think I've made videos like my perfect cup of joe. And I use a percolator. And in the 6 years I've used a percolator, 8 years I've used a percolator, no problems. And we, my husband will heat up coffee. So he'll take the basket out, put the lid on, and heat up like the last 2 cups of coffee because he doesn't want to wait. So he did that, and he poured the coffee, and he left. And he left the coffee pot plugged in with nothing in it, which is normally not like a horrible thing or anything. Well, so I'm like, wait, it's plugged in. So I unplugged it. I got it all set up. He'll be back. Hold on. And I don't know. Ask your brother. And so I went and made the coffee. Well, because the base is so hot from sitting there being plugged in. That's your bag. Yes. It didn't even brew the coffee. It just made the water hot. And so the first cup I poured. Hey, I'm doing a video. You don't mind, do you? He doesn't care. My probably favorite part about this yesterday was not being with my 2 littles. I don't want to say it that way. I want to say being off and not being responsible for my 2 little people. Fantastic day. So anyways, I poured hot water, my first cup of coffee. So then I dumped it all out, started over, poured cold water into the craft thing, and did it. And it still is so weak. I essentially have, see how blonde it is? It should not be that blonde. But that's because it is essentially flavored water. Flavored water is not good. All right, so I'm so slow today. Good morning, Gail. You made it in. I need some turbo coffee today for sure. I went to Wawa's last night to get gas just so I can get some coffee. And they have the Cuban coffee, which is super strong and it's smooth. Oh my goodness. I only had 16 ounces, which is probably a good thing because I was still able to go to sleep last night. I mean, I had this around 8 o'clock last night. And it was so good. I wish I had a Wawa's near me. Good morning, Compass Rose. Good morning, Tatiana. Crystal Van Meter says, good morning from Daddy Joe's Campground in Tabor City, North Carolina. Is it hot? Did he hold his mouth wrong? Who? Wheat Tree, who are you talking about? Good morning. We use a steel French coffee press. We'll never go back to traditional percolating. Highly recommended. Takes a bit longer for make the taste, but it tastes better for sure. I had that. It is good. And I keep meaning to buy one. No, I haven't bought one. When was the last time you descaled it? I don't descale it. Now listen, it's not a drip coffee. It is a percolator. So it's like the pitcher and everything happens inside the pitcher. I've never descaled it. Good morning, Farmer Mima. Talked to her yesterday on the ride. She got me after I ate. Oh my goodness, I was a little bit obnoxious. Yesterday. So I was excited. Got all my people together, got off, done with you, got in the car, but I was like a little bit, like anxiety prone. And I'm super excited, and I'm with a bunch of people I'm usually not with. So they're getting full on Trish, and I'm doing good, and we're caravanning all the way there. And then they go the way that I don't go, which seems harmless enough. But like some of my OCD, I was just like, why are we going this way? We're taking an extra 20 minutes. And I'm like calling in my pure like anxiety type A personality. And I was just like, why are we going this way? And the poor gal, she's like, I'm not driving and there's only so much, so sorry. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. We're just going to go with it. But I mean, I wasn't like overly like considerate as I'm saying these things because like I'm just excited and I'm high energy. And then we're going so far and I'm like, we have to stop and eat and we have to get something to drink, or we have to go to the bathroom. And I'm calling and they will not pick up the phone. And I'm like, I've already aggravated her that she won't answer the phone. Oh, water. And so finally we pulled up, and every one of them, 15 passenger van, they're loaded to the gill. And I kind of drive myself because I don't know. I just don't like to be, I like to be in my own vehicle. And they're all just sitting there on their phones. And I was like, really? Really? So we're like honking next to them to get them to show up. So we went, finally we're like, just go without us. We'll meet you there. And they're doing whatever the GPS tells them. So by the time we get into Orlando, I know the area pretty well. I'm like, we're going to get off here because I-4 is always slammed and we'll just get off here. We are on Vinland, if you're familiar with Orlando. We're on Vinland, and as we're passing Vinland, we're passing them on I-4. And it was just like, hey, ha, 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 But everybody enjoyed me once I ate. Once I ate, I was good. And so Farmer Mima was like, you're in a fantastic mood. I'm like, I just ate breakfast. Hangry does come to mind, but I hate being called hangry when I am hangry. You call me hangry when I'm hangry, and man, you just meant somebody you don't want to meet when they're hangry, if you know what I mean. Common Life uses a French press. Weetree says, your hubby leaving the pot on. Yeah. I'm to the point, so this is what I've done. I have it sitting in the fridge. I took the whole pot out, put it in the fridge to cool it off so that I can rebrew my coffee. Hopefully a little stronger. Because when it brewed this last time, it was like water. It only brewed half the basket of coffee grounds. The other half is dry. Poppy says, always wanted to try a French press. Never sure how to do it and how it tastes. It tastes like coffee. It tastes like really smooth coffee. Family roots. I had to give up coffee due to food sensitivities. I feel like we should have like a moment of silence for those that can't drink coffee. I'm so sorry. Don't get a, We Love Jones says, good morning, We Love Jones says, don't get a glass fresh press. They break way too easy. For us moms that live or die by our morning coffee, we need the sturdy steel kind. Poppy Lover, I'll make a video on this on my channel. Do it. Oh, Poppy Lover says, awesome. House of Little says, I'm in the same way. I'm a walking Snickers advertisement. Just throw me the food and walk away. Good morning, Hannah from Pepper and Pines. Okay, so I do want to do this for a moment because I haven't done it. I keep meaning to. If you are actively making videos, type in follow me. Type in follow me, and then you're going to see if you run your mouse over them. You'll see those 3 dots. Right click the 3 dots and it says go to channel. Click the part where it says go to channel, open new tab. Is that what it says? I gotta look. No, it says, so when you click on it, it says go to channel, and then right click and it says open in new tab. So that way you don't leave me. Oops, I'm messing up my stuff. That way you don't leave me, but then you can open up all their stuff and go check them out when we get done. But definitely. So Farmer Moss says, don't hate me. I drink instant coffee. I know it's bad. Hey, whatever. If that floats your boat. But I ain't drinking coffee with you. You can come drink my coffee. I'm not drinking your coffee. So Pepper and Pine says, follow me. So definitely go follow her. She is fantastic. Family Roots Farm says, I was a 10 cup a day person. It has been brutal to give that up. Ugh. Creating Essence says, love my French press. Super easy. Look up YouTube videos on it. House of Little says, follow me. Gotta love some House of Littles. Creating Essence says, follow me. Am I following you, Creative Essence? I don't think I am. We Love Jones says, follow me. I just clicked out of my own feed. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oh, I am not following you, Creative Essence. But I am now. Girly girl. All right. Opens in a new tab automatically. Good to know. Thank you, Pepper Pine. We Love Joneses. I don't think I'm following you. No, I'm not. You're a homeschool vegan family. Cool. Farmer Me Moss says, follow me. Of course. Wheat Tree is subbing along. Common Life says, follow me. Pepper Lover, Poppy Lover says, Family Roots, I feel so bad for you. That has to be hard. Oh, giving up the coffee. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So I did want to make a point to do that. Anyone have those mornings when you seriously considering snorting the coffee because it's that kind of morning? Yeah, because my coffee will not brew. It will not brew. Bubba, will you get the coffee pot out of the fridge and plug it back in, and let's see if I can get it to brew some stronger coffee for me? Thank you. He thinks he's a duck. He talks in duck quacks now. I mean, there's no little apparatus to make a quacking sound. He just quacks. And he gets the little guy to quack with him. Snorting coffee, ha ha ha. So Creating Essence says, especially when the baby is up all night nursing through a new tooth growth spurt. Ugh. What is on my agenda today? Hopefully nothing, but it'll never work out. One of the things that is on is my husband has put me on the task to, we have self-listed our house. It's a small house. Listen, y'all are getting coffee chats in this tiny place. If you hear him, he's being quiet. This is why I cannot wait to get out. But you can go on Zillow and post your for sale by owner house. So he has done that, and we get a lot of calls from Zillow, from people seeing our house on Zillow. So my job is I have to add the other photos to it and hopefully make it a better advertisement. So that's what I'm doing today. I've got to finish editing the Christian Light Education video. I need to start the audios I lost on all the videos. I need to start doing the narration on that. And then I also have some really cool videos. Another homeschool mom gave us a walkthrough on how to milk goats that I need to I need to edit and get done. And then have you guys seen the Shark Tank farmer guy? He's like considered like the all-American farmer. And it's called tree teepees. He made these things that go around the tree and it saves water. His name is Johnny George. All right, so the tree teepees, and anyways, when he went on Shark Tank, they wanted like to jack up the prices really high, and he was like, no, I'm not jacking up the prices. If you don't do it at this price, then I won't do it. And he was like selling to 5 counties in Florida. Well, the guy said, you know what, I love your heart. What's his name? The big money guy. He's like, I love your heart. He goes, we'll do it for what you say. Let's do it. And he starts crying the whole 9 yards on Shark Tank. Have y'all seen that video? Because it's always floating around. I think I've shared it on my Facebook page. I got to video that farmer. I have an amazing video with that farmer and it's kind of more geared to all my homestead friends, but he is absolutely awesome. Just absolutely awesome. He's hilarious, and I run into him every now and then. And so I get the videos. I hope your house sells quickly. I know, right? It's been 3 years. I hope it sells quickly too. I'm a little bit over this. I'm over it. I painted it. I do need to paint the kitchen. I think if I paint the kitchen, we'd be done. But I don't have the time to go paint the kitchen. But it probably will become one this summer that I'm going to make time. We've had our house listed since February 2nd. Or since February, 2 showings. Yeah, I get it. Good morning. Is the virtual homeschool co-op still a thing? It is. It's on hold. It's on hold due to my personal drama. But once I get through my video content this month, by July, it will be kicked back in. I'm going to do live feeds like this to give the assignments. And I'm not going to do a playlist. I'm going to ask y'all to do your own playlist and just make a bunch of playlists going on there. And I think amongst us working as a group, financially, I'm spent too much money trying to launch a website that I couldn't manage after everything went down. But I mean, maybe eventually later I'll go ahead and add another one. Trish, you should do a video on selling your house. We are selling a house too for the first time, and we are moving to Utah by the end of the year. We hope. You're a moving pro now, I think. I'm not a moving pro. I throw everything into a box. I don't label the box, and I just make it go away. And then I get home, or I get to wherever I need to take that box, and then I just cry and I say, why do I do this to myself? That's what I do. Yes, I've seen him. I can't wait for your interview. I really like him. You'll love him. He's so funny. No, I haven't seen that video. Oh, cool. Family Root says, is it worth putting it with a realtor? Me and my husband are back and forth. So we had it with a realtor. We had 2 contracts. The last contract, both fell through. Nothing to do with our realtor at all. And then we moved into the house, so we took it off the market. I so badly want to put it back with the realtor. And my husband's like, no, I want to sell it myself. I don't know why he does this to me, but he wants to sell it himself. So we're trying to do it without the realtor. I'm ready to hire her every day. I'm like, get the contract ready, because when the day comes, I'm hiring you. There's a lot of work doing it yourself. You have to be the one showing it. You have to be the one marketing. You have to be the one getting it out there to everybody. I mean, realtors earn their pay most times. They really know their pay. They know the rules. They know the laws. And I think it's worth it, personally. But my husband has decided we have just so much time. Let's do this. I don't understand why. Thumbs up. Oh, thanks, Sweet Tree. Yeah, you guys give me some thumbs up. We're at the practice gym, and I'm getting the stink eye from Coach Laugh Aloud, so I'll catch y'all later. I guess so. I think have a realtor depends on your area and how much work you want to put into selling it. That's true. That's your son. Will you top my coffee off with that stronger, better stuff, please? There's the duck. That's the duck. That's my duck. My duck man. My girls just got in from feeding their goats. Hey, I got something. I need to do a video on it. But I got sent a package. I mean, I got an email. Somebody was like, hey, can I send you something? Yeah, and there's a big difference between a good and bad realtor. I need to do a video on this, but I want to know if you guys have ever heard of it, because let's see, won't you still need a closing attorney to close? Maybe best to just get a realtor. No, there's the title. It's like the title company, the closing company. There's always a closing company, and they're the ones that do, they get the, I mean, once the house is shown and you get a contract, you get, it goes to a closing title company. The title company makes sure there's no holds on it that need to be paid, and make sure the bank's satisfied for the loan, and it pulls everything together, and they're the ones signing, and they're the ones that cut the check to the realtors. So yeah, you still need to use a closing company, but it's not terribly difficult. You just get a closing company to do it for you. It's not a big deal. And doing the survey and doing the inspection, all of those things are tied into the bank loan. So, and the bank's the one who puts those requirements there, not the closing company, not the realtor. And will you shut that door for me? So if you got somebody coming to pay cash, they may or may not want a survey. They may or may not want an inspection, and that's their choice. And then you can be done pretty quickly. They might not want an appraisal. They might not care, because the appraisal is also something that's required by your bank loan. And it's just, the bank has those things that happen just to make sure that their investment on, if you don't pay your bills, will be returned, if that makes sense. We had a house on the market for almost a year, switched realtors, and it sold in a month. I've had 2 realtors. Oh, my coffee's so much better. You don't need a realtor. We bought a house without a realtor. Yep. Every state has different requirements and laws regarding the sale and purchase of a home. So it depends on where you live. That's true. That's very true. Gotcha. That makes sense. So stressful, though. I think my husband lives for that kind of stress. Okay. So I had somebody email me and ask me if they could send me something. I'm like, yeah, why not? Go ahead, send me something. Have you heard of Nudu? I think it's how you spell it, N-U-D-U. So I didn't I forgot that it was coming. And my husband's like, what box is this? And it said Trish, just so Trish box. And I was like, I don't know. Did you open it? He's like, no, I was going to. Because, the other day, he opened every shipment I had come in because he was bored, and it was like Christmas for me, because he was like, hey, check this out. So this is what came in. Look at this. I've never had something like this. This is so pretty. I'm not going to lie. I haven't, I got this far and I was like, oh, I should open this. But, so it's called Nudu Natural Beauty. And it says, many hardworking people produced your product, including Lina, the co-founder of Nudu. Hi. So it came with like this. This is my agenda for the day. I'm just going to wear this for the day. It says, fall in love with your skin. Natural beauty. Nudu Natural Beauty System gives your face a beautiful, healthy glow. And it talks about like the eye cream, the purify. I haven't gone through this. I'm going to have to do this on a separate video. But have you guys heard of Nudu? Nudu? So then it gives me a start guide. But look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? I'm a little bit like taken back. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Oops. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to have to do a full unboxing and play with it later. But I'm like, yeah, this is some cute stuff. And, as a stay-at-home mom, I don't know. Are you with me? I'm just like, do not take care of myself well. And so I'm a little bit like, something special. All right, so I got to do a box. I got to do a video on that without the crazy sound behind me. So we went to the water park yesterday. I do want to tell you about the water park. Hey, It is so loud in here. Oh, so now I'm like, okay, so today's agenda is I'm listing all my photos on Zillow. And I'm just going to laugh at that one because I totally understand that statement. Farm Family Root says, I'm just lucky to get a shower. Never mind mind cream. Mind cream? Face cream. A good, Poppy's coming in. Do my hair and not wear a hat. I'm in need of a haircut, so I'm using my sunglasses to make it look as though I got something planned and premeditated on top of my head, but I don't. But at the same time, I'm a little bit like excited on, I wonder what kind of good stuff this has, because I get older. I got some crazy lines. I really like the fact that I can't focus in real good doing the live chat, so y'all can't see, like, I'm a little bit like, hey, how you doing? Mind cream. I need mind cream. Put it on my mind. Sunglass headband, best accessory, right? Because I'm that special person that those like regular headbands don't work. They don't stay on my head, and neither do the back ones. And I promised, like, I found one, but it was such an awesome band I made that I still don't actually wear it. So I was like, yeah, I need some of that mind cream too. So we went to Trish, can you tell us about your schedule these days? Are the kids in school yet, or are they still homeschooled? They're still homeschooled. They are definitely still homeschooled. I feel like my daily schedule is a bit in survival mode. Up until a week or two ago, every Monday I was going to the school that I'm going to teach at, and I tutored math kind of deal. I went and tutored math. And that was like a little bit balancing. For the most part, I pretty much run around screaming like, do some work, do some work, do some work. I don't, I wish I could tell you I was like such a good, will you get her a drink, please? I really need to invoke some kind of schedule, and I'm having the hardest time. So we're doing homeschooling. I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't have any books near me. We are doing fun schooling. We went back into the ACE books, and we've been working on those for like the past 4 or 5 weeks, trying to get through so far. And then I really was going to have them work on their ACE books, their little workbooks, until, until school starts. And then I really got convicted being at the homeschool convention about just not bringing the love at home and not maintaining, not focusing more on the relationship than the work, and being enslaved by curriculum, which, I have a tendency to do. And so I've watched like the Learning Tree fun books, and they've been popping up everywhere. I really got to get a video out because there's so much going on with them. They're really taking off. And it's really geared for unschooling, and kind of bringing in the unschooling, giving a place for unschooling to constructively journal would be the best way I could describe it. And it's open-ended, so whatever your interest is, you can use one of the books. And so it gives them a place like, I want to learn about these 10 things, or these 8 things, these 4 things, depending on their age. And then it says, go to the library, go to the bookstore, go to Amazon, and go pick out the books that you're interested in using. And, draw the cover of the book or write the title of the book, whatever you want. And then it will have pages in there. And I think she has a good methodology. It feels a little random, but I don't think it is. And you might find a page that says, hey, go find 20 words in your book that has 8 letters. So you're counting 8 letters. And, you'll get an object, and it says, find 20 adjectives to describe this object. Now, does it have like embedded writing and all of that in it? No. It doesn't, but it's enjoyable. My kids are really, and there's a lot of doodling, and there's a lot of like paying attention to details. I got somebody coming, but he went away. Pay attention to details. There'll be assignments in there that says, watch a documentary on YouTube. Watch a documentary, and it gives you ideas of where to go to watch the documentary. And it gives them, and then it gives them like things to fill out, like when did you start watching it? When did you stop watching it? What is the title? Who put it together? And use this space to draw a picture about what you watched. What are things you liked? There's things like that. There's things that, get into creative writing. So there's a lot of like little like activities that all go based on the aspect of one, you're learning. See my suntan, see my burn. One, you're learning. Two, you're focusing in on something you're interested in. So I grabbed those books and I'm like, this is summer school. This is summer school. And they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. But we're keeping our math. We need to do our math and continue on our math. And there's some math activities in there, but we need to continue on our math. But we're using the fun schooling as summer school. With that being said, I'm not very constructive. It's just, and I feel like, shouldn't it be that way for summer? Should it, even if you're schooling year round, shouldn't it have that kind of feel? And I'm asking them to work through their math.
I'm going to go take care of some jobs at bed, Casey.
Okay. I'm having them do math. It's called fun schooling. Once I get off of here, go to my Facebook page and I will add some links in there, because they have one that I bought for $25. That's right now $18 on Amazon, and you can get them all on Amazon. And I'll link that in. And so like nature studies and all that. So it's nice, and it focuses them in and gives them assignments to read for 15-20 minutes. The really cool one, we're changing some stuff up for like my son, and he's finally hit kind of the age. He's 12. He has not been on Minecraft at all. And we got him the Minecraft book. We also got him a subscription to Simply Coding. And wait till I do the video on them. They've given us a subscription to review. And when we were there, he's done coding through Khan Academy.
I need to call Dad to ask for
Khan Academy. So when he was there, he was able to start coding and playing, and I got some video footage of them working together. And he's doing coding. I gave him a Minecraft fun book, and so I let him get Minecraft. So he's going to get to learn those kind of aspects, but still, he has to be reading. He's doing a lot of stuff in the fun school book, fun schooling, and he's doing his math. So I don't know if that helped any. I don't know if I helped or not. My daughter, Lottie, she's a drawer. She loves to draw and do art. And her and Katie are actually going to do some yellow sunspot work, and they're going to do an art appreciation through that this summer. And then Addie is the first grader who I pulled into Christian Light Education Learning to Read in February. So we're finishing that up and doing some math, but kind of keeping it easy. Common Life says, I completely agree. We just do reading, writing, and math in the summer, and we play a lot. Lily wants to know, what do the kids think about going to school next year? They're excited. Me being the homeschool mom I am, and above and beyond, probably more than I need to, I'm really looking at a way to really bring in some kind of co-op feeling clubs that will hopefully be open to some of their friends in homeschooling plus the private school, but I'm still working out those things with the private school. They're actually really excited about getting out of this house is what. Hey, they want to know what you guys think about going to school next year. They're kind of like, we're good to go, but direction we're going. You know, they're, you know, so I'm hoping like we'll be able to bring some good aspects to it. Oh, so we went to Aquatica. It's the SeaWorld water park in Orlando. That's where we went yesterday. I didn't want to tell y'all just because if I have any weirdos that watch, I wouldn't want them looking for me. But we went to Aquatica yesterday, and it was nice. It was really laid back. We also have like an annual pass to Adventure Islands in Tampa. And I think that water park is a bigger water park with more to do than Aquatica. But it was really relaxing, and it was hilarious because the 4-H, they paid for the ticket and they got the food thing. And we went there, and the food was this like little buffet, and it was pretty easy. It had the stuff to make nachos. It had chicken and meatballs and mac and cheese and pizza, salad. Then they had pound cake and brownies and ice cream and all of that. So we essentially ate nachos, went and floated around the rapids, because they had this one, it was called Rapids. So you wore life vests and you just floated around like you got thrown out of a boat and you're going through the rapids. And so we'd go do the rapids, we'd go back and have an ice cream and a brownie, go to the rapids or a water slide, go back and eat some nachos. We essentially spent the whole day, it was like a pool party. We spent the whole day chowing down food and floating through the river. It was great. It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. And it was nice, and it was fun because I was with the older kids, and so they got to go do what they wanted with their friends. I still found that I was hanging out at the kiddie section, but my girlfriend was there, and we were just laughing. We're like, homeschool mom besties, you know. And she was there with her 4-year-old. And so we got to hang out and visit there. How hot is it there? It wasn't bad yesterday, honestly. I mean, you had some parts where the sun was beating down on you, but the park, for the most part, is pretty shaded in areas, so you can get out of the sun. And it was actually a beautiful day. It was like you didn't think about the weather at all. It was so gorgeous. And by the time we left, it started raining, so it was like perfect. I will tell you, I did have one experience where we're in the kids section, and I seen this little baby girl, a little bit bewildered, but not a big deal bewildered, and like she couldn't find her mom. And then I seen mom. I was watching, and I noticed, and there's mom looking and looking and looking, and I kind of put 2 and 2 together that it was those two looking for each other. And it was like really elaborate, so it was really easy to lose your child there. Would love some Florida sunshine. I'm a Florida girl, and it's winter here. Where are you at? If you can tell us, what do you recommend for preschoolers? My son is 3 and wants to know everything, but is not as still for anything. Okay, Lily, I am completely against constructive schooling before 1st grade. I say that. I mean, I'll submit sometimes because my kids go into BBK for speech therapy. But I'm not a big one for like, here's your workbook. Now, saying that, I have a 2-year-old that steals workbooks and has the old workbooks and sits in colors in them. And Katie, will you grab me one of Lena's books? I'll show you what she does. But she does this on her own, and I just give her old ones. Oh, so let me go back. So your missionaries in Cusco, Peru. That's right, you're in Peru. Yeah, you're south of the border. Yeah, this is one. I think. Yeah, that's one. So let me go back to the woman. So I can see her, and I see like what's going on. So I just want to share it real quick. I'm not going to color it. Go clean the oatmeal. You hear her? She's like crying mine. Let me show you real quick. That's all she does. And she's very possessive about her workbooks. If you can't tell. She's seen I had her workbook, and she came to get it. She's like, mine. Give me my workbook. And those are just some of the Christian Light. I like rod and staff if you're going to use something. I like rod and staff, but I'm not a big one. Yeah, I don't do formal academics before 1st grade. I've tried in the past at utter failure. And it was actually my number 3, Lottie, that I didn't have time to do, because I was so fixated in fighting for my number 2 son to learn to read. And we were like up to 2nd grade. He was my primary focus because I'm like, I can catch her up later. Let me work on him. He needs to learn to read. And I mean, we're 2nd grade and she's kindergarten, and I just didn't do anything. I just I gave her she played toys. The only thing I did was the Leapfrog Letter Factory. The only thing I gave her at all was, and every day they watched Leapfrog Letter Factory, and then they went on and did whatever they wanted to do. And she drew if she wanted to draw, and she just was a kid. No academic focus, just a kid. If she wanted to draw, draw. If you want to paint, paint. You know, just play, because I was focused on him. And he was going into 3rd. She was going into 1st. I was already doing Christian Light, learning to read with him, because we were coming up on like 6 months of working on this with him. I got the first set of books because I already had the manuals out. I got the first set of books for her, and I started her there. Her first formal academics was learning to read. Now, the Christian like K2 stuff I had, but we didn't really do it that often. She did fine. She was reading right there behind him at the end of 1st grade. And when I realized through kind of failing, you know, by being so overwhelmed, that we did just fine without it, I didn't do anything. And so then number 4 entered 1st grade. Now we tried the ACE, but because you didn't do kindergarten with them, it's kind of hard. You know, it's that hard balance because there's a lot of building blocks. So in February, I pulled out the Christian Light back out, and we're doing fine. And I mean, you can have some kids that are reading early, and you got some kids, no matter what you do, you can't get them to read early. They're not mentally prepared. And so my thing is, you can spend 2 years teaching the alphabet, or you can wait till they're developmentally ready and teach it in 2 weeks. And I've got too much to do that I don't bother. And now if their siblings want to sit next to them and teach them, I'm good. But as for me, I don't. So it is a little strange, like my son's going to VBK, which is equivalent to kindergarten. I will tell you, I don't know. I don't have any expectations that he's going to come out developmentally ready. Nor do I care. I'm not concerned about that. I don't know. I really don't foresee us private schooling after the 1 year mark. I mean, some of the stuff we got going on now, I'm like, go buy me that mobile home now. My husband's like trying to figure out how we can, you know, do things. And I wouldn't be surprised if I have a new house by Christmas. With that, it no longer requires me to have the need to use the private school, but I'm finishing the year because I've got a commitment with them. Kind of deal. So my thing is, my son is getting speech therapy, and he's getting kind of a constructive day. And if he doesn't come out ready for kindergarten, that's okay with me. You know, it might put me in a place where I'm more working with him, but I'm not sure. So let's see. Lily says, littles learn best through play. You can set up centers for him to play. Yeah. I'm teaching my 6 and 7-year-old to read at the same time, and my younger son is getting the hang of it quicker. My 7-year-old is just a reluctant reader. And some kids are just that way. And I agree. Some kids are just that way. There are many times, especially with boys, their brain doesn't click to read until they're 8 years old, 8, 9 years old. And that's just okay. And that is fine. You know, you don't go to college, you don't go to the job market, and they ask you when you learn to read. They just want you to know you know how to read. You know what I mean? They don't care if you learned at 8 or 4 or 3. Tatiana's getting her curriculum in today. The kids are so excited. They wanted to start Monday. Yay! I say if it's too hot, start casually doing the school, you know, a little here, a little there. It will break up your summer. Oh, so going back to the woman that lost her child, she's running around. I went to speak to her, and I had to grab her by the arm to get her to like look at me. And I was like, "Are you missing your child?" And she's like, yes, I can't find her. What does she look like? And she tells me her name. I said, no. What does she look like? How, and I had to ask the questions. I'm like, how old is she? And but I kind of figured I knew it was, and I'm like, did she have the tube and the blow ups? And she's like, yes. I go, I just saw her. Come on. And at that moment, that mom relaxed, because you get into that franticness, and I've had it before where a child's missing, and that franticness, and you kind of stop logically thinking, so you're not even being productive. And it calmed her down the moment she realized she wasn't the only one looking for that baby. There was 3 of us. And we found her within like 45 seconds. We put eyes on her and we had her found. But it made me realize something really quick. When you get into that, you like become frantic. And you can't really communicate well. And I've had it where I couldn't do that either. It made me realize the best secret. Here's the best tip for going to a park or something. Take your phone and take an individual picture of every kid that day in the clothes they're wearing. Just saying. I mean, not like we're expecting them to get lost, but man, it would make things so much easier, because then it can be shared immediately. I mean, it's not like the old days where you take a picture, it's like when you want to talk about like what a kid looked like if somebody went missing. It's like, I'm pulling my photo from, their school pictures. Now it's like we got that camera and you can just post. You can take that picture. And it made me realize like that's what I need to be doing. My 3-year-old runs away all the time. He ran away at the beach a couple weeks ago and we didn't even know. It was terrifying, and there were 4 adults there. I find the more adults you have, the easier it is to lose them. Because everybody just assumes everybody else has it. And I lost Bubba, had been 2 years old, and he was the right height. And he got lost at a water park, at the kids section of the water park, just like this little girl had done. Yeah, because it is hard to remember what they're wearing. You're like, I don't know what they're wearing, kind of deal. So I was just like, oh, Trish, my kiddo is in speech therapy too, girl. I just found that Bob Jones University K4 curriculum phonics section. It was written by a speech pathologist. I was like, sold. Great tip about using your phone. That is neat. I didn't know that. When we're homeschooling kindergarten the year after, I will probably have to get the Bob Jones K4 program. I wonder, can I do that with the videos and just put them in front of the videos? He loves to sit and watch TV. I'll report it. Also, report it immediately to staff. They are usually connected via walkie-talkie, and they can find your kid fast. I know I lost my kids twice at a museum. That's the thing, too. And as moms, we'll kind of be like, we can do this on our own, and we're going to find them on our own. And then it's like, we don't want to tell anybody we lost them, because then we really have to admit that they're missing. And then that sometimes gives us more anxiety than we not. Man, this coffee chat has gone all over the place. I really like coffee chats. So I'll probably do one tomorrow morning at 7, but I'm not doing Sunday. I'm going to take Sundays off doing coffee chat. Also, make sure your littles know your actual name. If an adult asks them what its mom's name is, so they can call you over the PA. It is much scarier near water for me. Well, and all these kids had life jackets. And one of the things down here, all the water parks have, well, all the Busch Garden water parks. Katie, will you take care of your bathing suit, babe? And the other bathing suits, let's wash them. They have just like tons and tons and tons of life jackets. And so all the kids have life jackets on, which is nice, because I'm like, I'm flipping out. My kids have, I want my little people on life jackets. House Little says 3 out of 4 of my kids needed intense speech therapy or physical and occupational therapy when they were 6 months to 5 years old. Yep. Oh, wow. I wonder if our journey will be that long. Life jackets are great. Life jackets are great. What terrifies me with my kids We're by the Mississippi River, and I won't let them get near it. I keep my littles in them the entire time we're at the pool. And it's, you know, the other part too is you got to get rid of that fascination with the water. Because I have some that will jump in no matter what. And it's just like, you know, I have 2 of those that did it. Juliana ran away in the mall when she was 4. It took 2 hours looking at the security cameras, trying to find every step where she went. I honestly thought I lost her that day. I have had a family reunion with 100 of us, all family. And I lost Orville at 3 years old. And it was near a major highway. And to be honest with you, I'd been watching all those reports of child abductions prior to that. And we could not find him. It wasn't a big place, and we could not find him. And I swore that day was the, you know, you literally have the moment of like, today was the day I lost my child. And thankfully, he ended up, I was in the bathroom, and when I came out, I realized he was missing. And what had happened was I missed him, and he was going into the bathroom looking for me because he had had an accident. And so he was hiding in the bathroom. And so he was there the whole time. And, you know, I had just come out of the bathroom, so why would he be in the bathroom? But we found him. Let's see. My daughter followed a man into a ride at Disney when she was 4, and we thought she had been abducted. Thankfully, everyone in the ride got her for us. My mom was watching her when she slipped away. She felt so awful. Oh, I bet she did. And, you know, and that's one of the things too is we had happen where I was just with my friend, and I mean, you guys probably have this too all the time, where I was with my friend and my 6-year-old not paying attention and just so used to, you know, here's mom. She's literally talking to my girlfriend, having a full conversation, and then you could see like the look of like, wait a minute, you're not mom. And then I had a couple times too where we're walking, and then there's another mom over here walking, and my daughter doesn't even, you know, just not paying attention and just like kind of like, okay, here's mom, we're good. She's walking off with this other family. And I mean, I have it all the time where these children will slip into my group, just not paying attention, will walk off with us. And it's so easy, you know, and even on the rides like that, it's so easy to do. So easy. Well, I'm going to get off here because I need to get my next to nothing started today. Well, I got to do my Zillow. You know, I think I'm going to do this today. If you're looking for me, I'll be sitting somewhere on my couch with my mask, drinking my coffee. But I have 2 of my kids are gone till Sunday. Oh wait, here. Till Sunday because they're at kids camp. Look at this guy. He thinks that there's lasers that come out of here, and he's so smart. They're at kids camp. I'm going to be at youth camp. I'll tell you what. In July, I'm going to be gone for a week, so there'll be like nothing happening on my channel all week long for that week. And I'm going to youth camp at church. Don't lean on my stomach. You're going to bust my bladder. He's like trying. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to let you go. You look like a guppy fish. Are you a fish? All right, have a great day. I'm going to message you later about the summer thing. Yep, do that, and we'll talk. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to clean my house. 4 kids this weekend. Woo-woo! I know that sounds like nothing much, but it just feels like the house is already bigger when it's just a few of us gone. You're crazy.
Look at my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I see it. And you got another one. Yeah, I see it. Yes, you have 2 of them. My other son sounded just like him. But by this point, he was already getting speech. This little guy hasn't had any speech, but his speaking has already like improved drastically in the last month. Really? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Most of the time, I don't know what he's saying. Yeah. You need to wash your face off.
Come on.
You have oatmeal on it. Seriously, you do.
No, I don't.
It's like right down here.
My hat's over there.
Yep.
Oh, it's done.
All right, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Goodbye. Say bye.
Bye.
All right. Guppy fish.
Oh, my baby.